Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
Pada gak peka pak ini pak.
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time. And pay attention.
Mana Estaluvanya di mana? Where is this Estaluva? Luva lagi syaitnya. Di sini. Bentar kan. Ini ada.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here.
What? It's on the back.
I see.
Oh. Just great. Excuse me!
Oh, dah. Sure.
Good.
Wonder tax. Mysterious pair.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey, maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
Sini kah? Lewd apa tadi? Field. Forest mana sini? Iya kayak sini. Valley of the Four Wind, Mahaksar.
Ah, got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Poodle, don't get blown away, okay?
What?
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahagsar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Joke kay. Beda joke, Pak. What the fuck? Orang ini lagi?
Yes. Very.
Is that so? You don't...
How?
I see.
Hey! Sure.
Nice.
Oh?
Very.
Very.
Well?
Yes.
What?
What?
I don't believe this.
What? No.
So,
Really now?
Sementara lettuce-nya doang gak ada apelnya.
yes.
Very well, let's take it from the top.
What?
Whoa, this is absolutely exquisite, comparatively speaking at least.
What?
So little enthusiast. Is this really the best recipe that Master has to offer? I believe so. When I first heard about this, I made think.
Very. Yeah.
Gluten vitamin smoothie of Zep.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Oh, banyak sekali ntar lah. Main dulu.
One, come on! You're mine! It's over! You're mine! It's over!
These ones can run rings around us. Reload!
Mirage!
Breaking reload!
It's over!
By the power of water! Mega red!
Be still! You're mine! Mirage! You're mine!
Reload!
Leave the ensnaring.
Nggak kena lagi kambing.
You're finished!
Ready and now! Raging storm! Tiger blade! If it's in the sky, it's mine! Going in!
I think we can get through this. Who said anything about letting off?
Make it roll!
Look sharp!
Lightning thunder blink.
Here I go! Ready!
My turn!
Going in!
You're finished!
Raging storm! On guard!
We can really make weapons with this?
Oh iya, kita udah level up ya, Pak.
How
Level up.
long has it been since I last went this hungry?
Apa lagi nih? Habis. Cepet banget habisnya. Ya, pencet.
Alvin, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
You're mine! You're mine! It's over! Damn it! Denied! Swallow blade! Lightning thrust! I'm not done!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Astral energy.
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
Going in.
We won that by a mile.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Ready to go! Make it rain!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? Little help! Laser speed, I never miss!
It's over.
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Look out!
Lightning Thrust! Mirage!
Mirage!
Burn it now! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! Now! Here I come!
Get behind me! On guard!
You're finished!
Protection!
Tiger Blade!
Power of water!
Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm! Dazzle! You're mine!
Now!
You're finished! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
That's a pretty fancy skill there.
All the better to protect you with, my dear.
Then I'll leave the front line to you.
Out of my way!
Here I come!
Hands in the way!
You're finished!
Don't mind if I do! This one's mine!
Be still! I'm not done!
Look sharp!
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Tiger Blade!
Lunar corruption!
Dazzle!
Blast! Lunar blast!
Mirage!
Hands in the wind!
Why can't they just
Sweet now!
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Come one, come all!
Leave the enemy dark!
All yours, Kisara.
Going in! Supernova!
Dragon Swarm!
One at a time!
Dazzle! Here I come! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
I think I'll try to make that new recipe with this.
All right, but I'll decide how spicy it is.
Guess I misread the landing.
I feel all bent out of shape.
I know what you mean. Hard to settle down after seeing all those ruins.
We fought hard to help liberate the people of Dana, but every realm we've been to along the way could have easily turned out like this.
When powerful forces collide, the destruction they leave gets that much worse.
So we've been lucky things haven't turned out worse up until now?
Regardless, I don't want to see this realm get messed up any more than it already is. We have to capture this lord ourselves no matter what.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danon history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Aduh, banyak banget sih ini ya.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danon's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danons see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danons and the deaths of Renans.
Danons and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Si Rinwell masih belum bisa nerima itu si Renan. Yes. Dogmark buat apa? Attack up. XP boost si Brunei terus itu lah. Kita mancing dulu di situ. Berarti kita ini reflection doang. Selain itu buat heal kayaknya ada sih. Drop item open all. Cuma 8 menit malah.
This flavor, why it rivals the cooking of my own chefs in the palace.
Beef stew. Kisara.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Huda lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah. More than okay, really. It feels natural having Hoodle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hoodle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
What the fuck
That's why
is
I like
wrong
it so
with
much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hoodle for a bit.
the hell is wrong
Good
with
night.
Apa nih? Growing boy, Lao.
Another day, another gold.
Okay, let's go. Ini kemana nih? Sini benar.
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her den and bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. I suppose if you're a lord going into hiding, a forest is one place to turn.
We don't know for sure she's here. Keep looking. Let's dispose of this trash.
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a drawing an art to me.
There's no complaint here.
It's over. Glacial spear.
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up in an instant! Impact block! Now! Mirage!
This one is mine.
Steel force! Lightning fury! Burning strike! This one's mine! Here's evil!
Dragon Swarm!
Crescent Moon! Raging storm! Well, looky here!
I know fine weapon material when I see it. For the hideout of a runaway lord, this place is a lot bigger than I was expecting.
Do you think she had it built with that in mind?
No. Personally, I think this used to be part of a Danon castle or fortress of some sort.
How can you tell?
For one thing, it doesn't look like a storehouse. For another, it's old and you can tell it was built to let people hole up inside of it.
Huh. I'll take your word for it. I don't know the first thing about brick. You know, I've always thought you were a smart little cookie, but damn, Rinwell, you really know your stuff.
It's no big deal. I've just read a lot of books is all.
If this is meant to be a castle, there wasn't much to it above ground. Are there such things as underground castles?
There probably used to be more of it above ground. That is, until 300 years ago.
So the main structure must have been lost during the time of the invasion, with only the underground part remaining. And then this lord decided to use it for her own purposes. Have I got that right?
But what reason could she have for using this place instead of staying back in her own castle?
That's what we're here to find out. Whatever it is, she's up to no good.
Right. It's all the more reason we need to hurry up and find her before it's too late.
Explore, explore.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Now you see what I can do!
What?
You see this coming or come? By the power of love! If it cools up, time to get out of the way!
Here I come! Pesky airborne scoundrels. Be my guest.
With precision like that, I'm glad you're not on the other side.
Likewise for you and that shield.
Best to stay in one another's good graces then.
This one's in the wind! Burning air thrust!
aim there.
Thought of picking up the rifle yourself?
Nah, this is more my style.
Here's an annihilation! Mega ray! Hit! Go get him! Lightning! Thunder!
Like we're gonna lose to small fry.
Eh. Oh, ini dia.
What's this thing?
1200. Ooh. That's a big chunk of crystal.
Little help! Here's evil!
Take cover when it comes up.
They're all coming after me! Thanks, Kisara. Glad you have your uses.
I'll show you how useful I can be.
All yours, Kisara.
In here!
What?
Where are you going?
I'll trip it up.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummel.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Take this. This one's mine.
Now! Astral energy! Full throttle!
This could be useful.
Bisa mega core.
This place is full of weird machinery, old and new. Just what the hell was she doing here?
By all appearances, the sort of unsavory research she wouldn't want to see divulged.
Even to other Renans? That's a scary thought.
Hah. Ini apa nih?
I won't forgive you.
Why you won't forgive me?
Go get
Got fire! All yours!
Seems about right to me.
This place goes pretty deep underground.
It was probably built that way so it could still be used even if the above ground portion got destroyed.
Kebanyakan pitch gel, Pak, sumpah. Besar aja.
Perhaps that's why it's still here, and why it was made into her hideout. It would certainly stand to reason.
Activate. Gue harus bawa lagi nih berarti. Cepat.
By all appearances, it would seem she was researching something here.
You think so? What kind of research could she have been doing in a place like this?
Your guess is as good as mine. Hardly anything the likes of us could imagine.
If we assume it was because this area is rich in astral energy, then it's possible she could have been doing any number of things.
Indeed. Renan castles and spirit vessels are often found in such locations. Intriguingly, Danon ruins are also known for their abundant energy.
You Renans attacked us.
Don't act like you're just some...
Sheesh, enough already. This isn't the place to pick a fight over this.
How can you be so calm listening to all of this? You've suffered at the hands of guys like him too.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm calm.
Wait. Bisa juga tidak. Iya kan benar bisa tuh.
It would appear we can descend down where the railing has fallen apart.
What? Are you serious?
Cista mati.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life! No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side. I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Stop your life.
That's a pretty fancy skill there.
All the better to protect you with, my dear.
Then I'll leave the front line to you.
Mana sih jalannya?
I got you.
This one's mine.
I'll stop it.
Thanks, Kisara.
Well, we're on the
Ah.
stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the front.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Prepare to be sealed of fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Astral energy.
Say no more.
Well done.
Piercing roar.
Shining super I'll be saving this one. Now,
Holy.
All yours, Kisara.
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Lizard fin. Jalan mana sih Pak? Bener Pak, sumpah. Bingung. Bingung. Look for Hancur Lord.
No choice. It's over.
Get behind me.
Fine freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sierra, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
glad you have your uses.
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Here I go.
This one keeps fighting us.
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long shot.
It's over.
Make it rain.
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone. That firepower of yours is really something.
I could say the same.
Angel. Chicken. Oh, palmas. Reva. Soal diambil. Sini bang. Sana pak. Oh shit. Udahlah, langsung aja lah. Oke. Udah ada gitu mesti lawannya raja. Aduh.
There's nobody here. It's been nothing but Zeugles. No lords, no Renan forces.
They have to be holed up somewhere, right?
From the look of things, I don't think anybody's been here for a while. If anyone was here, they're long gone now.
That can't be.
Look out!
We'll figure this out later. Right now, this thing needs dealing with.
I don't understand. Did Ape lie?
He didn't seem the type to lead us on a wild goose chase.
Hey, save your questions until after we manage to finish this thing.
Take this!
Radiant, here! Thunder field!
Here I
Crazy
come!
cascade!
Swallow blade!
Here I
Lightning
go!
thrust!
Tiger blade!
Rising
Radiant in the
strike!
wind! Sleep now.
I can carve through
Throw
armor.
this away. Searing flame! Reload! Light I'm out! Annihilation!
Ignite!
Tiger blade! Raging cascade! Pierce evil! Meteor!
Dazzle!
Freeze! Get
Brilliant swarm!
Leave the ensnaring.
Deny. Yeah, and pummeling to me.
Swallow blade! Dragon swarm!
Lightning storm! Lightning storm's mine! More where that came from! Tiger blade! Raging cascade!
Lightning thrust!
Sleep now! Hear me! Get you off that way! Tiger blade!
My head's spinning just once.
Pierce evil! Lightning storm! Freeze blast! Lightning!
Take over.
One more field! Tiger blade! Raging cascade! Sleep now! Glacial spear!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Here I
Shield
come!
and Alright! Hey, showtime! This one's mine! Glacial spear!
Ignite!
They're not playing around! Freeze laser!
The
Here's
earth.
a healing shot!
Okay, here I come!
I can carve through armor.
It's about to strike!
In a book sharp, everyone!
Freeze laser! Crimson roar! Here's a healing shot! Get to the wind! Air thrust! Light astral reinforcement!
You're mine!
Got it! Now's our chance! Wind
Damn
astral!
it! Take this! Mirage! Here I come!
Swallow healing wall!
Lightning thrust! Mountain gate! I owe you one!
Mega ray! Dance in the wind! In here! Burning ball! Get on in there with the
You're
others!
finished! This
Where
one's
are
all
you
mine.
going? Raging cascade!
I'm not done! Dragon swarm! Be still!
Shattering
You'll pay for that!
I'll bring you back
You're
from this
mine!
abyss.
Dazzle!
Hasten!
Mirage! Try hum not again!
I've still got some fight left in me. I'll heal you all.
Take this! Burn!
The enemy is going all
Take
out.
this! It's over!
These little ones.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Glacial
Now!
spear.
Here I
Freeze
come!
Far enough. Freeze
You're
laser.
mine!
Piercing
No
roar.
further!
Thunder field.
Try harder! My
Iron
turn!
spear. Coming through. Evil. This one's freeze laser. Supernova. Raging cascade.
One's all mine! Here I come! It's over!
Wind astral.
Burn!
Here goes Mega ray.
Here I come!
There you go. Don't let up. Raging cascade.
Swallow blade!
Tiger
Dragon
blade.
swarm!
Sleep now.
Now,
Here's a
while
healing
it's
arc.
reeling!
Take it down.
Okay, here I go! It's off!
Smash you.
Steel force.
Make it rain!
Mega ray.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Anjir, susah banget. Gak susah ding.
So much for finding the Lord. Come on, let's get back to Niaz.
Shion, calm down. This isn't like you. What's wrong? Talk to me.
It's none of your concern.
Even after everything we've been through together?
The two of us are only helping each other because our interests overlap, remember?
Are you serious? You helped me come to terms with Zephyr's death. You put your life on the line to save me. Don't tell me you did all that out of necessity. That it was only because we have a common goal. Fine.
Huh?
You don't want to answer? Then I'll do whatever I like from now on, too. Clearly, I'm just bothering you. So it doesn't matter if you tell me what's on your mind. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop looking out for you. Not now, not ever.
That's not fair. Why can't you just leave me alone? You don't know the first thing about me.
But I do. I know you care about the pain of others. You care, Shion. That's why I want to help.
Because of my thorns, I thought I had been doomed to a life of solitude. Until the day I died, I knew I would be alone.
And now?
The truth is, I'm trying to end my curse and get rid of my thorns.
Get rid of? There's a way to do that? Really?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is there's a chance. But that's the reason I need the Renis Alma.
The Renis Alma?
The Master Core to end all Master Cores. It is bestowed upon the winner of the Crown Contest, the new Sovereign, as proof of their victory. It must be assembled from all 5 Master Cores.
That's why taking down the Lords is so important to you. But Shion, you're not in this alone. If there's a chance we can rid you of your thorns, I'll be by your side the whole way.
That includes us, right?
Like it or not, you're going to have to get used to relying on us every now and then.
What kind of friends would we be otherwise?
Thank you.
Danon Liberation and the Renis Alma. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us. If we have any hope of finding this Lord and their Master Core, we start by heading back to Niaz.
Man, who would have thought we'd ever get thanked by Shion?
Sounds like someone wants me to grab their arm.
I'm joking! Damn, you're...
That's far enough!
Here I come!
You're mine!
This one's mine!
Here I come! It's over! Take this! You're finished! Now whatever! Be still! Here I come! It's over!
You're mine! Now!
Here I come!
Frozen?
Hammer!
Nicely done.
Not a chance!
All thanks to you.
Be still!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Looks like we got them all.
I can't believe this. To think they would give us a bad lead like that. Where could that lord actually be?
Beats me. That said, there's no point wandering around aimlessly trying to look for her. We should head back to Nias for now.
What's wrong, Kisara?
Oh, I was just thinking about what it meant for there to be castles here on Dana. People build castles to protect things that are important for one reason or another. But not simply that. They're also used to project a ruler's power.
So what you're saying is, even before the Renans invaded, the Danans were still being ruled over. It was just by other Danans.
That's most likely the case, yeah. Though who knows how they led their people.
But after seeing Deadeye, I can't picture them being all that benevolent themselves.
What if it's in everyone's nature to rule over and control others? What are we supposed to do about that?
If it really is in our nature, then no. All that means is we have all the more reason to fight it. That's all there is to it.
Oke guys, kayaknya segitu dulu buat gameplay kali ini. Ya, gameplay kali ini kita sudah sampai di sini. Kita selesai dulu. Sampai jumpa lagi, sampai jumpa di episode selanjutnya. Bye bye.